Hello Vaida, this is your video lesson for May 22nd. I'm sad I couldn't see you this week, but I'll see you next week. Yay! And I'll bring goodies. Hopefully. I'll bring goodies. And by goodies, I mean just my same candies, but hopefully there's more this time. Twinkle Twinkle, we're going to work on Twinkle Twinkle Variation 1 and Twinkle Twinkle Variation 2. It's at the end of your lesson book B, okay? Your lesson book B, you know your lesson book, so go ahead and take a look at that. And then next week, if you show me these and they're clean, next week we're going to start a new book. That's super exciting. I'm so excited and I'm so proud that we finished that book and you were working so hard and you've been practicing. It really takes a lot of dedication and I appreciate you for that. But first, we're going to start Variation 1. This one's easier. This one's easier than 2. We're not going to get to the scary stuff yet. So it'll sound, you know what Twinkle Twinkle sounds like. So when you play this, be careful. Right hand starts 1 on C, right? And it tells you the notes, so it makes it easier. Don't forget, because I don't know if you practiced this week, don't forget that your left hand goes over to hit the A. These are my hands. This is C and G, C, 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 G, A. Okay, so you cross over. Let me look this way so you can see. C, 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 G, A. So you cross over. Both hands on G. G, 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 F, E, 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 D. G, 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 F, E, 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 D. Okay, so here's a question, because I know we talked about this last week. And at the end of the Variation 1, on measure 13, are those notes, is that G on 1? Is that a slur or is that a tie? Okay, it's a tie. Hopefully you got that right. Hopefully you remembered. We spoke about ties, right? I think we even circled it. We might have circled it. So what do we do when we see a tie? I'll let you think about that for a little. And I think you know the answer to that is we don't play it over and over again, right? We're just going to hold it. And how many beats would we hold that for? Let's see. How much is a dotted half note worth? 3. The answer is 1, 2, 3. 3 beats. So that's 3 beats in measure 13, 3 beats in measure 14, 3 beats in measure 15, and 3 beats in measure 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. What's that? 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 1 more 3 is 12. So we're holding that G for 12 beats. That's a really long note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Crazy. And while you're doing that, while you're holding that note, your right hand is still doing different things. Your right hand is still going G, 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 F, E, 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 D. And then once you've practiced that and you feel confident in that part, repeat from the beginning and end on measure 8. So you're just basically going to play the first line over again. And that's the end of the song. So once you feel confident in the notes, what's something that we could look for? What's something that would change how the song sounds? Sorry. Dynamics. There's dynamics happening here. First, it's mezzo forte at the beginning. That means medium loud. That was in your Music Mastery Festival test, and you did so well. So I remember you know how to do that one. And then, on measure 9, it's forte, right? So we're louder here. There was a little bit of silence on my left hand because I have... Oh, it worked! I have a note that usually doesn't work, but... It's working! Oh my goodness, sorry, I'm excited about that. And it's doing it. Okay, anyway, so that's forte, and then when you're doing your holding, on the tied note, it's piano. See, you see that little P? So we need to be careful with that. And then mezzo forte again, because remember we repeat. Crossover. And then keep going. okay? I would love to do theory with you. I can't do theory with you. I don't know what theory page you're on, but we'll focus on theory next week because I think we're a little behind on theory, so that we can fully catch up on that book, on your current book, and start level 3, which you already have at home. And we're gonna start variation. Once you feel confident with that, you can pause the video, practice that a few times, and then we're gonna start variation 2. Okay, so for variation 2, this one's a little trickier, but the good thing is that you're not playing both hands at the same time. Your right hand plays, and then your left hand plays, okay? Oh, I did not count correctly. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you repeat. Be careful not to speed the song up. It's tricky. It's not an easy song by any means. Pretty, but it's so pretty. Be careful. Be very careful. Remember, the same thing goes. Left hand crosses over in measure 3. Cross over to the A. And then that pattern, be careful because those notes change. It's F, E, D, right, in measure 5. F, E, D. And is it F, E, D again? I don't know. Try to think of those notes. What are those next 3 notes in that measure after F, E, D? It's going to be E, D, C, right? F, E, D, E, D, C, D, G, C. D with your second finger. D, G, C. And then forte. Piano. And then mezzo forte because we play the first line again, just like the other variation. Crossover. F, E, D, E, D, C. E, D, C, D, G, C. Okay, so practice that a few times. And then once you feel confident with those, I'm gonna ask to hear them next week. Hopefully they're clean, and then we can do a lot of theory and then move on to the next book. I'm not gonna give you any more homework besides those 2 songs, because this song especially, it sounds easy, but it's tricky. It is a tricky song. And keep on working on How Did It End? I'm not gonna add to that one, but we're almost done with it, honestly, we are. We just need to work on getting comfortable. You know the notes. Now you just need to memorize the patterns. You need to memorize the patterns because it'll sound better. It'll come together a lot better once you know. I know those are not the notes. I don't know the notes, but it's your song. And then bum 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 bum. We're taking a step away from that one. That one's really tricky. It sounded amazing. You did an amazing job. I just want to focus a little more on our lesson and our theory for class so we can continue progressing. And if you have a song in mind, if you like a Disney song or a song like that, definitely let me know and we can do something a song you want to learn. So I'm always open to that, okay? But thank you. Practice those 2 variations of Twinkle Twinkle and I'll see you next week.